3:30 now. Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. I'm Austin Reed, coming to you from our Tower District studios. We are celebrating California's Central Valley today. It is time to bring in our next guest. She is a super cool vendor here in the Central Valley. Give it up for
Skittles Freeze-Dried Treats.
Freeze-Dried Treats. And tell everybody your name.
I'm Dana.
Dana.
Yes.
Well, welcome. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Tell us, you've got some really
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, these are, what do you do?
I have a freeze-dried candy business. My grandkids and I have 10 grandkids, and we got addicted to freeze-dried Jell-O over the summer last year. And I would buy it from these people from another state away, and I was spending like $100 at a time, and I'm like, dang, this is expensive. And I didn't see anybody else doing it around here, so I thought, well, why not? Let's give it a shot. And so, you know, we did it, and now it's getting pretty big, and we have like 60 flavors of stuff. I mean, freeze-dried taffy, freeze-dried Skittles, Starburst. It's instead of chewy, it's like a puff, like if you try the taffy or the Nerds, they kind of crumble. The Skittles are kind of crumbly.
Okay.
It's easier to eat on your teeth. It's a different experience.
Now, where did this all begin?
It's the same stuff as the astronauts take to space, except for they do food, and MRI, the Army takes, and they make the meals and they add water and reconstitute it. This is more of a novelty than a novelty knockoff, and it's more for fun. You know, it's just a different experience over to regular candy.
Right.
And you tend not to eat as much because it's so light and fluffy, and it's concentrated. It's more sweet. I feel like it's more sweet.
Can I try one?
Yeah.
Live on the
air? That's why I made them to where they're open easy. The Nerds are really good. They're probably one of my #1 sellers.
Wow.
And I do chamoy Skittles, freeze-dried, not like the other. It's just different. Yeah, it's very different.
I've never tried anything like this.
I know, isn't it crazy?
Wow. It's like...
They're
feel
addicting.
Like, it's alien food or something.
Yes. That's what my daughter says, that it's alien food.
Wow.
Yeah. I know, and nobody really knows about it. So I have, like, when I go to the events, I have 36 different flavors for people to try. And they would not, like, I don't like Milk Duds, but freeze-dried Milk Duds are amazing. They're like a malt ball. I mean, they just melt. And same with Jell-O. And Jell-O, I can control the sugar more because I do sugar-free or half and half.
Okay.
So it's not so much sugar.
Did you bring any of the Jell-O?
I didn't bring the Jell-O yet. Yeah, next time. I haven't quite got it down to a science yet. I'm trying to do it in molds so it stays more consistent, because it's more like styrofoam, and it's very, very fragile. It's even more fragile than the Nerds.
Now
that is.
These are Skittles, right?
Those are Skittles. I think those are sour ones, if I'm not mistaken.
So in the middle is this?
It's just the inside of the Skittles where it's usually chewy. This is more like just a crunchy kind of melt in your mouth kind of effect. Very different. Wow. There's some different flavor ones in there. Like there's sour, chamoy, bright side Skittles, which is exotic flavors. And now in laters, Starburst, like all kinds of different candy.
Yeah, just think of the
gummy bears are more like puffs, little puffs instead of gummy.
I want to know how do you do this?
I have a little machine. Well, it's not a little machine. It's like the size of a small washing machine.
Okay.
And you put it in there, and it freezes it minus 17 degrees for like 12 hours, and then it heats it at 147 degrees for like 12 hours to take all the moisture out of it. And then, when you do the food stuff, you'd actually add water back to it to eat it. But with the the candy, you don't do that. So when it's hotter outside, I'm probably not going to be able to have the candy in the events because it will get too much moisture in it.
Or more, enough, the
yeah.
moisture,
So I'm probably going to have like trial and error doing events. I'm probably going to stop in June and then start again in October.
That's a good idea.
But I have a website so they can, order off of there and pick up at my house, or I can mail it, whatever.
You'll get it. You'll get it to your customers.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, like you said, you work with your grandkids.
Yes,
right?
I have. My grandkids are 18 down to 2.
Okay.
And, I got a lot of them. So that I'm hoping that they'll start coming with me and doing the events with me and learning kind of some business, aspects of stuff.
I would imagine it's good bonding too, right?
Yeah, because right now I take my husband and he works Monday through Friday, so I'm taking his whole weekend. So he's like, oh, I don't know about this.
Have you been hitting up a lot of vendor fairs lately?
Yeah, I do a lot with with Chris, and we do, and the Lamb of Love.
She was just on the other day.
Yes,
so.
Yeah, they're very nice people.
Amazing,
and I've met some amazing friends. We're all really supportive. There's even when you do the same thing, they welcome you, and it's just really nice.
For you, has this also been kind of just something that you thought you'd never do?
Oh, yeah. It's got out of my comfort zone as far as even talking to people. My husband's like, you need to get up and,
so when I contacted you, he was like,
that was like 2 months ago, and I'm like, I don't want to.
Look how good you're doing.
I was nervous.
Everybody gets all scared. My
mom said, I'll do fine because I believe in it, and this is something that I enjoy doing, so.
No, what are the prices?
They're $5 a package.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
wow.
$5 a package.
And you're so right. These will last.
Yeah.
For, I've had a couple, and I could probably have a couple more and be good.
Yeah.
Until tonight, but
exactly.
So.
And I do party favors, gender reveal, little packages, the gift baskets,
cool. Right.
Easter packages.
Oh yeah, Easter's coming up.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm hoping that works out good. I didn't get started with my license and everything until after the holidays, so I kind of missed out on that part.
Okay.
It took a little longer because they have a lot of criteria you have to meet to become legal.
Yeah, it's a serious thing.
It is.
You've only been doing this for a few months.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself, say, a year from now?
I'm hoping that I won't have to do as many events, that it won't take up every single weekend of my life.
Yeah.
And that
right now you're just having to get yourself out there.
Exactly. So I'm hoping that's what I don't want it to become too much, but I want it to sustain itself. I'm kind of in deep. The machine was like 6,000, and so that was a big commitment.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it for so long, and I'm like, you know what?
Just do it.
Even if I just fill my pantry with stuff, and I've got a lot of family, so
exactly.
So it will be worth it. And with the price of food, I need to start doing other things too, other than candy.
Well, I know, because. Yeah, things are crazy right now on that front. So people can. What's the best way to reach out to get these
my
delicious
website? My website, Instagram, Facebook. I have all. I even have a sugar-free line. So for people that are diabetic that can't have the sugar, I have 4 different things that I can offer there.
Oh, and by the way, I just want to show. This is. What are these?
Those are, what are those ones?
Oh, the Spree Sweet Tarts.
Oh, Sweet Tarts, yes. Those are usually the chewy Sweet Tarts, and those are more like a little crunchy.
You've got such a variety. And by the way, I love how each flavor, what they look like.
Yes, it's different.
Oh, you know what? You should get a contract with NASA.
NASA? I don't know. That might be fun.
Just something to think about. Maybe a year from now.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Connect. Website is?
DD'sFreeze-Dried Treats.com, and Instagram's DD's Freeze-Dried Treats or Sweets and Treats.
Okay.
And Instagram the same.
All right.
Yeah.
Good to meet you. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm Austin Reed. You're watching Central Valley Talk. We'll be back with another guest coming up in just a bit. And the stuff is killer. Get yours today.